What New York was like about 60 years ago, 70 years ago. Well, they had a lot of these restaurants that were just like this. BillyMark's West. Hole-in-the-wall restaurants that people enjoyed going to. You can see here, this restaurant, like a little in need of repair, but maybe that's what they want because this is really close to Penn Station. And a lot of people, when they go to the games, they want to have a place to just ease, to have a drink and ease off the stress of the game. Here we'll have a closer look. BillyMark's West. This was typically New York, having restaurants like that. And you can see the buildings around here are your typical New York buildings from 50, 60, 70 years ago. They're not going to be here for long. Like, they might have fixed them up, but I'm telling you, very soon some developer's going to come along and offer someone double or triple the value of their building, and the owners are going to say, okay, I can use the extra money, and they're going to leave. And then eventually these buildings will be torn down, but it's just a matter of time. And these developers that are around here have a lot of money and a lot of time to wait. Another view of BillyMark's West restaurant. As I said before, it's your typical place from New York from 50, 60, 70 years ago. And you know, it looks like they just don't really want to invest in it because they want to keep it the same style. And in addition to that, they know they're eventually going to sell out. That's the game plan for a lot of the buildings around here. They know they're going to sell out. There's a classic example of some buildings on 8th Avenue and 30th Street. Some big real estate investment trust has offered each building owner $40 million. The buildings are only worth about $10 million, $11 million. Still, the owners don't want to sell because they know it's going to be an incredible value later on. Likewise here, I'm sure you have many people holding out until they get a better deal. But this BillyMark West restaurant is fascinating because it's so like the places that were in New York 50 years ago. It's a really good throwback. The way there was graffiti everywhere, the way things were a little run down. Now you have to remember, about 50, 60 years ago, people were actually leaving New York City. They didn't want to stay in New York. They went to the suburbs. So people didn't want to invest in fixing up places. They just let them stay the way they were. That's sort of like this restaurant. I'm sure this is intentional. Like, the properties around here are so valuable, it's just nothing to maintain or to fix up a building, but I'm sure they want to keep it the way it was so that people going to the games will have a good reason to frequent BillyMark's restaurant. BillyMark's West restaurant.